this wedged in somewhere. I think it is a matter of putting the handbrake back on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put the handbrake back on. There's only one. Did the other one fall off? Did that come off now? That's completely rounded off, that is. I'm gonna have no luck with that one. Hammer this one in. Let's try the other side actually. There's a smaller one. I get to this one? Nah. So, managed to get one side completely off, which is my passenger side drive shaft. This side, I've managed to round one bolt off. I've managed to loosen the diff bolt, the carrier bolt. Now, just got to figure a way out of getting the rounded bolt off, and I think that's pretty much done on the back end. Right, okay, so I was able to get the diff out, managed to take the dive shafts off, both of them, and taking the prop shaft out as well. Exhaust is off, and if I'm right in saying, the back is pretty much prepared for a manual conversion. Put all the bolts back in place just so that I don't lose anything and I don't forget anything. Other than that, I think the back is all done. I've just now got to get this part of the exhaust off, giving me access to the gearbox. Okay, whilst I'm under here, I'm just going to disconnect the gear cable. This is the gear linkage, allowing you to put the car into neutral, reverse or drive, but it's not going to be connected to this. And I'm going to disconnect the cable up there, which I believe if you just twist it like this, I'm going to have to put this camera down. Why can't I get that off? Finally, I managed to get it off. I was spinning it the wrong way. Okay, that's the 13, and then 2 bolts at the top. If you can see, that is. Nope, barely visible. 2 bolts, one's a 13, 2 10s, that's disconnected. So I've got this off. I've put the bolt back on, taking these 2 off. Let's get the light a little bit closer so you can see. There we go. This is where the gear linkage was on. What was a line, and then this black looking thing, which I believe if you just pull it down, maybe not. Let's try getting that off. There we go. Got there in the end. This little connector. Just pull this down and then push backwards. Make sure it's pulled down completely, otherwise it won't come off. And I think that's it. I think I'll be doing this gearbox mount probably on the weekend, and then hopefully get the gearbox bolts off as well. Might have to get the engine mounts out as well, just so that the gearbox can lean back a bit for the top 3 bolts, I believe. We'll see. I might try to do it without removing the gearbox. And I think that's it for today. Okay, I've had no luck with the exhaust, not been able to take it off. I've still got 2 bolts on there. I'm a bit scared to cut it off with the grinder. I think I'm going to find another way of taking the gearbox bolts off. All the videos I've watched are left-hand drive conversions, which steering column, this one, is on the opposite side. If I take the engine mounts out, it's not going to make a difference. I won't be able to lower the engine or the gearbox. However, I might have found a solution. Whilst I'm down here, I'm just going to take that 13mm bolt off here. You can't get it off with the ratchet. I think I'm going to need a spanner. This 13 bolt needs to come off. It's the cooler lines for the gearbox, which are not going to be needed with a manual one. Let's try getting it cracked open. It is in a really awkward place. Managed to loosen it, and now I'm going to use a ratchet spanner. It's an absolute nightmare, that is. Right, I'm going to put the camera down and try this. I've got it off. It is a pain in the backside. And it is going to leak, which it is doing now. So be careful. And now I'm going to try and get the top bolts off for the gearbox from the top. Lighting's not the best up here. So what I've done is I've taken this panel off, which sits against here with 4 T30 bolts. I've taken that off, and I've taken this plastic engine cover off. And I think we can see one just there, if I can even get the camera in there. Just behind that, them cables, there's a bolt there, and then there's 2 to the right, making it, don't know if you can see, that's making it really awkward. That's making it really awkward. Well, I'm going to try and getting them off from here, rather than having to take out the engine mounts, which I don't think is going to benefit me in any way, shape or form, given the steering rack being in the way. So I'm going to have a go at this and put the camera down, and I'll get back to you guys in a sec. Disconnecting the auto gearbox cooler lines. There's a 10mm bolt here that needs to come off. That's now free. I've now just got to take it off from here. I think with this, you've got to get this ain't gonna work, I don't think. I'm gonna get some WD-40. There we go. Oh! That does not help. Wasn't expecting that. It's quite a bit. And then same again with the one at the back. Get the one out the way. Give it a twist. Oops. This is a nightmare. Nearly there. Ah. Whew. Come on. Who would have thought they'd be this hard to take off? Right, let's try again. Spin it. Come on, you cunt. This is hard work, man. This is an absolute nightmare. Jesus Christ. That is an absolute nightmare. I know there's a tool you can get for it, but I don't have that. Whoa. Lying down on the ground doesn't help either. At this rate, I'm gonna need about 6 hands. Whew. Let's try one more time. Very tempted to just cut it off. Very, very tempted. Ah, jeez. Why is it not coming off? This is a right mess. There has to be a way of taking this off without damaging it. I'm not going to be taking it off. Right, I think I'm gonna have to do this off camera. In the end, I managed to get it off, but resorted to cut it off. Got it off. There is a little attachment, which is this, that goes here. I'm just gonna put this back on. Which way did it go? Yeah, that's the way it goes. There we go, like so, and then the bolt just goes in it. Okay, put the camera down. It is a 13mm bolt. I can't see. Let's get closer. It doesn't need to be massively tight, I think. Just gonna leave it there. Actually, no, I might tighten it because it's not rattling. It is a very messy business getting these coolant lines out. There we go. That's that done. I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. I'm dead. I am dead. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this under panel. I've already removed this plastic panel underneath. You've got a clip there, a clip there in this corner, and then this one. So I've taken this plastic panel off. 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3, and then just disconnect this by pushing it through, and then disconnect the OBD connector, which is here. Now I'm going to take the foot pedal off, but first I've got to peel the carpet back. In order to do this, I have to also take this side panel off, this one here, where the bottom latch is. I believe there's, nope. I don't think there is. I don't think there's a screw in it. Okay, there's a Phillip head in there. There's a Phillip head in the actual latch. Okay, that's off. It is a matter of the lighting's not the best in here. Trim removal. Right, where do I get this from? This sill trim needs to come off. One thing I don't like about BMWs, especially Hondas, when you try taking them off, all the clips break. Let's use the other trim removal. And that's off, I think. And that's off, yep. I'm just gonna add these two so I don't lose them. That's one. That's two. One goes in here. Does he? That's one. And then this one. Does it go in both ways? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's put this to one side for now. Now that that's off, I believe this should come off. Okay, there's another screw. Another screw right there. Don't know if you can see, being so dark. There's some light in here. There we go. There's another screw Phillip head. Let's get that one off. And that's out. Okay, now should have better luck, I believe. good yank and it comes out. Maybe not. Ow. What's holding it back now? Oh, there's another screw in there. Seems to be. I have no idea what the hell that is. It doesn't want to come apart. Seems like it's screwed in. I think that's going to break. This is a nightmare. Oh, it's one of them. What was that? There we go. Did it break? I don't know. Yeah, I think it did break. No, it didn't break. No. Still there in one piece. This stupid little thing. Right, that's out. Now, so that's what broke earlier. This clip here. Yeah, that's savage. Yeah, that's completely destroyed. That is. Now that that's sorted, I think to pull the carpet forward, you've got to take the foot pedal off. Which I think is done from here. There's a very specific way of taking this off, which is a absolute nightmare. I can't remember how to take this off. Try with this actually. Okay, I think what needs to happen is get this back bit off first. I have no idea what's on the back. No idea what's on the back. So this is actually the old style pedal, I believe. Yeah. This one, you just literally pull it off, whereas the other one, you have to do something to it. I think you have to push it to the left or the right to get it out. What the hell is this? I think with this one, which is the pedal sensor, I believe, or step down sensor. How'd you get this one off? How'd you get this off? It looks like you've got to poke something and then push. That's the case. Look at that. No. Don't push that. I don't think it even open someday. Trying to do this whilst recording is not easy. Let's try. You might not even have to remove it. Now, let's get this out. This thing is just going to annoy me. Where can we put this? Where can we stow this away? There we go. Leave that there, I think. Yeah, leave that there. Leave that out the way. Whatever that is, OBD. And then Okay, this is the old school pedal. This is, yeah, this is old school pedal. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it does need to come off. Okay, we'll have to come back to this at a later stage. Great, I've lost my drill piece. Oh, for crying out loud.